Hi, I'm Tooth, aka Needful Ink on the interwebs. Today I'll be doing very late films I watched in June, and I'm going to try and get this done really freaking quick because there's kind of a lot of films and I don't have that much storage on my phone. So anyways, no disclaimers. I give everything 5 stars. I'm full of fun and love and whimsy, and if you want to argue with me about it in the comments, feel fucking free. I'm down to fight. Okay, first film I watched was 1985, Compromising Positions. I give this 4 stars. This is about a journalist whose dentist gets murdered, and well, she's an ex-journalist, and against the wishes of her husband, she starts investigating the murders and finding that he's like, the dentist is part of like a underground pornographic weird little freaky sex thing. It's not that like weird freaky sex stuff. I like based on my personal standards for what's freaky sex stuff, but he, you know, tries to hook up with his patients and he imports porn basically. Really good, kind of just like a fun chill watch. But yeah, 4 stars. I recommend. I like dentistry, I like freak stuff, and I think she's a diva. Next I watched 1989's Society. I give this 4.5 stars. So this is about this guy who uncovers the town's and his family's weird incesty sex cult high class society. It's very topical, but it's about how like the higher classes can basically do whatever the fuck freak shit they want, and the end of the film, like the last like 10 minutes or so, has some of the juiciest body horror ever. It's really great and a very topical watch, especially for this day and age, but yeah, it's really good. Next I watched 2019's Greener Grass. I give this 4.5 stars. I've been meaning to watch this film, bro, and I watched it while a little bit intoxed, and bro, I know it was a comedy, but for some reason me and my little intoxicated mind was like taking this as seriously as a bullet wound. I was like, this is really happening. But Greener Grass is like a parody satire about like suburban life and these like soccer mums, and they're trying to like out kind each other. They're just kind of like, it's like competition, whatever, and one of them's trying to like kind of like break out, but like not really. She kind of just ends up doing it by accident, and then she comes back, and it's like the visuals are so stunning. The colors are beautiful. It's very in my heart and soul, but I'm a cheerleader kind of colors. Like everything's very bright, saturated, and it is really funny. Like I was taking it super seriously, but like it is a funny film. Her son turns into a dog at some point. Like it's just like unhinged kind of, but I really liked it. It's really my kind of film. Very sociology. But anyways, okay, the next like 10 films I all watched in one weekend for my friend Nick. We like just binge watched a bunch of films we were meaning to before uni finished. So the first one was 1999's Audition. I gave it 4 stars. Everyone who knows me, whenever they find out that I like Japanese freak media and like medical stuff, they're like, have you watched Audition? And for so long I just like hadn't got around to it, but I watched it and it is really good. I thought there'd be more freaky medical stuff. I thought like the half of the film was gonna be freaky medical stuff, like freaky torture, whatever, something like the last bit, but like the build up to it is phenomenal. It's so good. I got so invested in it. But it's about this guy, and he throws auditions to find like a new wife because his wife died like ages ago, who gaff. And he becomes fixated on this one woman. They pursue a relationship together, but she's not quite what it seems, and it's great, and I love women being evil basically. Next, watch 1999's, oh my god, wow, Dogma. This is about I gave it 5 stars. This is about 2 renegade angels, whatever, and they're trying to get back into heaven, and this woman's trying to like stop that from happening, and it's so funny, but it's also so like intense. It's so like actually like, yeah. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon played like the very homoerotic angels, of course, but this is Kevin Smith's film, and I watched a few Kevin Smith films this month. or last month should I say. But Dogma, I don't know, it was so funny. It was so up my alley. I love like a silly religious film, but like also it was like a really good balance of being like absolutely ridiculous comedy, but also there was like an emotional pull to it, and it was like really quite stressful and intense. And it's got my baby girl in it, so one of the characters who's in the Kevin Smith cinematic universe, so non-binary, lesbian coded, with his silent as fuck boyfriend. But I can't believe that's a straight man. You're lying to me. That's a non-binary lesbian if I've ever seen one. Jay and Bob, beloved. Okay, next, 1995 Showgirls. I give this 2.5 stars. Nick like convinced me this was me like The Room for Girls, and it kind of is, except it's really bad. I don't really remember a lot of it because I was intoxicated again, but I remember it being, we were like stuck on like every time we looked at the thing, we were like at the 40-minute mark for like 2 hours. Like genuinely, I feel like I spent my entire life at the 40-minute mark of this film. And it's just, you kind of have to just watch it. Like, it's bad, and I can't really explain why it's so bad, but like deep down I know in my heart there's a good movie in there if you really try to ignore the fact that it's actually just so shit. Yes, that's my review. But yeah, it is like Vegas Simulator. It's like you're just trapped in this environment. It's about this woman who becomes a showgirl basically, and she gets a little bit evil with it. But I don't know what it is about this film. It lasts forever and nothing happens. And then at the end, there is like a rape scene that feels really out of left field and unnecessary, to be honest, for the rest of the film. That's why I only give it 2.5 stars. Like, I don't think being not sober was helping either. Like, crazy town. And as a immediate, like, chaser to this film, one could say, I made Nick watch Band Slam, 2009 Band Slam. I can still give it 4 stars. Band Slam is genuinely one of the worst films ever existed, but I needed someone who's not me and Bailey to have also seen it. So this is about main character, I forgot his name. Oh, Dewey. That's his nickname, that's not his actual name. He's like really cool. He's into like, he like knows who Patti Smith is, and he's into the Velvet Underground. Wow, he's so cool and different. And he creates a ska band. Well, he's kind of just creating a band, but it ends up being a ska band. And Vanessa Hudgens in it, and she plays a character called Sam, but the 5 is silent, because when she spells out her name, she puts a 5 in the middle of it for no fucking reason. And this is the worst film ever made. This is one of the worst. Okay, I know I gave it 4 stars, but I love bad media. But this is wholeheartedly one of the worst films ever made. The fact that this isn't like Nick thought was convinced it was like a Disney Channel film. Like, no, they had a budget. Like, they had, like, this was a film. Like, this was in cinemas. Like, this is a real film. I'm sure I've talked about Band Slam before. It's just genuinely that bad. But you should watch it. You should watch it. Otherwise you don't get it. Next, this is when we woke up, I think. Yes, it must have been. It must have been. Anyways, 2002's Zero Day. I give this 4.5 stars. Now, this is about the Columbine, I think. One of the school shootings, girl. Fuck, no one's saying. But anyway, school shooting. I think it's the Columbine one. I think that's whatever. I'm not fucking fact checking myself right now. And I was told this was like homoerotic between like the school shooters, and I was like, oh, it is. Oh, it's like, it's weird to say that about a film literally like 2 years after school shooting or whatever. But it's gay. It's really gay. Though, like, it is actually a genuinely really good film. Like, the ending where they shoot up the school, genuinely like horrific to watch, genuinely awful to watch. Just like the in between, it's like found footage, like time of the film, right? About the lead up to the school shooting. Yeah. So like it's kind of like funny, like haha, they're like boyfriends, haha, like they're kind of boyfriends, and that's like a fun aspect of the film. But like the actual like nitty-gritty of it, great film, genuinely horrific to watch, very disturbing. So yeah, I recommend. Next, watched Orgasmo. I like nodded off during this. Like, I've seen Orgasmo many a time. 1997, 5-star film. This is about a Mormon who gets roped into playing a superhero in a porn film, and then it's like a found family film, and his girlfriend gets kidnapped at some point, and he has to like save her, and he like helps save a sushi restaurant that him and his peers frequent. But genuinely, like, it's a ridiculous concept of a film. Like, Mormon gets into porn, haha. But like, really, the relationships in it do warm my heart, and I think it is genuinely hilarious. So Orgasmo is one of, like, I think if you had to like associate a film with me, I think a lot of people would associate Orgasmo quite quickly. And then next, keeping on the bad film drive, Repo the Genetic Opera 2008, 3.5 stars. I am the defender that, like, okay, the aesthetics of Repo, very fucking awesome. I think the gothy, like, steampunk, industrial, Victorian, like, I really like the aesthetics. Paris Hilton, she's so cunt in this film, it's crazy town. And I think the concept of surgery being desirable and a company exploiting people who can't afford it, and repossessing organs, I think that's really good, and I think that's really topical now. And I could write a lot about it, I think. However, the fact that it's a musical, and when I say musical, they're just talking and music's on the background. Like, they're not singing, they're just speaking. It is really bad. And is the acting in it good? No comment. But it's not a good film, but like, also it's kind of a great film. What I'm saying is, I'm a defender. I think most people probably think this film's absolute garbage, and it is in a sense, but famously, I love garbage. And I see the potential in Reaper the Genetic Opera if it just wasn't a musical and it had any form of budget that wasn't just Paris Hilton funding it. But like, I'm a defender, even though it's, yeah. Next, 2004, SOOO. I've never seen a single SOOO film. It's the first one I saw. I gave it 3.5 stars. I think it was a bit gayer. And I also didn't realise that SOOO, this is gonna sound so fucking stupid, I didn't realise that SOOO films had plot. Like, I didn't realise the police were actually gonna try and find the mastermind behind all of this. I just thought it was like torture porn, kind of. Could have been gayer. That's why we watched it. But it was alright. Like, it was alright. Yeah, I just really didn't clock there was actual plot to SOOO. If you don't know the plot to SOOO, I actually kind of don't really remember. There's next like 2, so this one and then what the next film, I like kind of like, there's only so much film I can consume in like a weekend before I start forgetting. But I actually don't really remember. 2 guys get stuck in a grody bathroom together, and they have to try, it's a SOOO film, guys. They have to try and escape. Wow. But anyway, 3.5 stars. Next was Chasing Amy, another Kevin Smith film. 1997, gave it 4 stars. Do I really remember this either? No. Biphobic as fuck film, I have to say. Biphobic as fuck film, low-key. It's low-key great. Like, this is like what real gay people were like in like the 90s. Like, this is like a real representation. Main character is such a fucking cunt. And, okay, big spoilers. The fact that he, in order to resolve the fact that his girlfriend and his best friend don't fucking like each other because they both want him or whatever, and he's just like, what if I propose a threesome? Because he gets really insecure about the fact that his girlfriend's had a threesome before and she doesn't want one now. Lord shone uponeth me when he got rejected by both and ended up alone. That was so beautiful. Spoilers over, but it was good. I don't really remember that much of it though, to be honest. But it's like real. It was like real, raw. It was like realistic. It was great. Next, I watched 2020's Shiva Baby. Gave it 5 stars. This is a horror film. So it's this girl and she goes to, you know, the after party of a funeral. I don't know. It's a Jewish thing, but I don't remember the actual term for it. I'm sorry, Jewish people. And her ex-girlfriend's there and her sugar daddy's there. And she's like lying about like going to like law school, whatever the fuck. And she's just like having a panic attack the whole time. And oh my fucking god, this entire film's like basically, most of the entire film's just set in like the one event. And oh my god, I want to like throw up. I can't handle like stress and secondhand embarrassment. And that's the entirety of this film. And it was beautiful. It was great. Next, that's the end of me and Nick watching films. So that was a crazy time. Next, 1994, I watched Clerks, another Kevin Smith film. I get 4 stars. It's just about this guy who works at a convenience store, really, and like he like has to interact with the people, and he's got like relationship troubles and stuff, and it's just people living. It's just people living. I don't really know what else to say about that, to be honest. Next, I don't know why I had such the urge to hate watch Perks Being a Wallflower 2012. I give it 1 star. I hate Perks Being a Wallflower. I watched it as like a 13-year-old, like a 12-year-old or whatever, which is like prime age to watch it, and I didn't like it then. And I read the book. And I am a firm believer that the representation of like childhood trauma and stuff just doesn't read very well in the film unless you already know what's happening or have read the book. Like I feel like it's just like, it's kind of like what's occurring, you know? Also, I did skip the scene because I can't handle secondhand embarrassment. I was hate watching it, but I could not do that to myself. But Emma Watson can't carry an American accent to save her fucking life, and it's just so like Tumblr. So I'm so quirky and different as a film, and I'm sure this film's very important to people, but everyone that I know who thinks this film's important to them low-key kind of sucks. So maybe just watch a better film, bro. Next, I watched 2005 Scooby-Doo Where's My Mummy because I was colouring it in. I was like, I want to watch Scooby-Doo while I colouring because that's fun. I gave it 5 stars. I love the plot twist. And I was an ancient Egypt child. House of Anubis. I'll get to that another video, I'm sure. But it's great. It's about, I didn't even tell you what the fuck Perks Being a Wallflower is about. If you don't know, just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, man. Scooby-Doo Where's My Money. Velma's helping out looking at the Egypt exhibit, and then like an ancient artifact gets stolen, and there's like a ancient Egyptian curse, and people are turning into stone, and the Scooby Gang's trying to fix it. But the plot twist at the end had me gagged when I was a child, and like he still holds up as hell. I'm not gonna tell you, but yeah. And then the last film I watched this month, God, I fucking sped through that. I don't even know how many films that was, but whatever. The last one I watched is another one that's been on my list for a while. 2002's May. I give this 5 stars. Oh, If She's Not Me. Oh, that's oomph. Oh, that's me as hell, bro. That was a kin list. That's on my kin list. She's on my kin list now. So this is about a girl who collects dolls, has no friends, and is a major fucking freak. And then she gets rejected by people, and she's just a little loner, and then she murders people over it and like reconstructs. It's like a Frankenstein kind of thing going. But she's just weird. She's strange, she's a little freak. People don't get her, and I love her for it. INFP 5 wing 4, and I'm an INFP 4 wing 5. So that's oomph. But yeah, very good. So that's all the films I watched in June. I don't know why it took me so long to fucking get to this video. I've just been so bloody busy, man. But highlights, Greener Grass, even though I took it as seriously as a fucking bullet wound. Low-key Compromising Positions, even though I've not really thought about it since. Dogma, Audition, yep. Really liked Clerks as well, actually. May, those are the highlights. May, so fucking good, bro. Anyways, if you've got film recommendations, hit me up, I guess. I also have kind of watched a lot of films in July already. By that I mean I watched a bunch of David Lynch short films in the cinema, so that counts as their own entries, so maybe a long video again. But I really tried to get through this quickly for the sake of my phone and the sake of me editing this. But yeah, I think that's kind of it. I've got major pins and needles. I'm trying to be all about it, but if you disagree with any of my opinions, cope. Thanks for watching. Bye.